Hi, YouTube family. Auntie is here at our regular time. It's not cute, not knowing. I got curls. I got scoop. Things I got to get off my chest. We're going to start with a hug. Come on, come on. Come and get this hug. It's not cute, not knowing. And now we're going to know. I don't know what to start with. We're going to start with the gospel sensation, Kim Burrell, an amazing singer. She has had to apologize for some very mean comments. I've talked to several people in that gospel field. This woman been mean for years. The homophobic comments, there's all kind of crazy comments that she be saying. Now, you can believe what you can believe, but you don't have to be mean about it. You don't have to be mean-spirited. She was at a church in Texas, and she just said some things that were like, what she just say? Now, she has apologized, but she said she was only joking and kidding, and people took it the wrong way. She was calling people ugly. And it's like, ooh, child, you need to look in the mirror. But, okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Talking about people being ugly, poor. You may live a certain way, but you don't need to down somebody else because they live in a trailer park. Or maybe I should put it like this. If you are speaking under the cloak of God, the Lord, you ain't supposed to be mean. You're not supposed to be mean. You don't have to belittle anyone to make you feel great, like you're so, I'm with God. I'm with God. No, you're not. You're with the devil. Because they say she's been mean for years. I hope this woman learns from this. She got a great voice. That woman can sing. But you don't have to be mean-spirited. And I think that's why some people are turned off by the church. They are. They like, that's why I'll go. I think this is why so many people are turned off from the church. Another interesting sermon, and I love Bishop T.D. Jakes. But I was kind of like, He was talking about black women. He said black women are mean, aggressive, nasty, hateful, possessive. And he says that black women are the reason why we're losing our families. Hold up. Hold up, Bishop Jakes. Hold up. He says women are praised for being mean and nasty and not for being feminine. He says that women are being raised to be the man and not to be a woman. What bothered me, I didn't like the thing about losing our families. From the lighter skinned women, we be out here. We just, please, we're not the reason why we're losing our families. Families have to come together, and it's the man and the woman. It ain't just the woman. And women bear a lot. Now, it's no excuse to be mean. We all know somebody who's mean, throwed off, nasty. We know that woman, but there are also women who are nice and kind and loving. Let's not forget that woman. He also talked about women who are successful. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I know there are women who are like, I got my Mercedes Benz, I don't need no man. I live here, I don't need no man. I've heard those type women, and I kind of look at them like they crazy. I don't think women should be chastised because they're successful or treated a certain way. Because in life, you got to do what you got to do to raise your family. And there are a lot of women who are making great strides. It's hard. It's hard being a black woman. And we are maligned because you get lumped in with the people that are mean, nasty, and crazy. Overlooked, underloved. It goes back to slavery. It really does. Families torn apart. You ever wonder how we all our ancestors, we all from Africa. We all different shades and colors. All different shades and colors. It's like a box of chocolates. I I kind of get where Bishop Jakes was going, but the lump all black women together. And I'm a fan of Bishop Jakes. And I know that there are men and there are religions. They want women to shut up and know their place. And you ain't got to be black. You could be Asian, white, Latina. They want you to shut up because you're a woman. Just be quiet and just go sit down. Look at what's happening with abortion rights. They just want you to go and sit down. I hope he has a follow-up to this. I hope he has a follow-up to this sermon, because some of the things were like... But getting back to Kim Burrell, if you're under that cloak of God and you're not mean and condescending, you're not. I do have some good news about some gospel stars. Tamla Mann, Kirk Franklin, Yolanda Adams. They got a new song out called Superhero's Prayer. It's going to be on Tamla Mann's new album, The Overcomer. I want to take you guys back to the 80s real quick. I love Joyce Sims. She had the songs Lifetime Love, All in All. She had Mantronics producing. I even met her one time. Well, she's still recording, y'all. And she just did a remake of the Bobby Caldwell classic, What You Won't Do for Love. Singer Adele, she is headed back to Las Vegas with a new residency in December. Kevin Samuels, the popular blogger and social media sensation who died a few weeks ago. He died from hypertension, which is high blood pressure. Because what's in high blood pressure meds can mess up for men down there. They stop taking it. If you're diagnosed with high blood pressure, unless you make major changes in your life, you got to take that medicine. Because if you don't, you'll wind up checking out earlier. Jay Ellis, the Insecure star, Lawrence, he was just in Top Gun, Maverick. He recently got married. His wife is from Serbia. They've been married for 5 years. They have a year-old daughter. She's a model. She's an actress. The wedding pictures were beautiful. Jay had to turn off the comments because of the mean and hateful comments. This is the mean segment. I guess a lot of mean stories. I've interviewed Jay. Wonderful man. If you have a problem with an interracial relationship in 2022, you're the problem. You're the problem. If you could take time out of your day to go on someone else's social media to blast them, love who you want to love. You don't got to agree with it. You ain't got to be in their bedroom. You don't have to be there. There are a lot of interracial couples. And it may not be your cup of tea. So you go want to drink your cup of tea. It don't have to be your cup of tea. But he's going to love who he loves. Now, I know there are some, black men who have said, I don't want no black woman, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't agree with them. And those comments are hurtful. But if you find somebody that you love, you have to turn off the comments. And I know that has hurt him because he is a nice guy. I've had the best conversations with him, interviewing him during the time when he played Lawrence on Insecure. But really sad to see something like that. R. Kelly said that he was attacked in prison, and apparently the stories are true. In 2020, somebody got into his cell, attacked him, and kicked him all in the face. And they said he's suffering from that PSD, whatever. When he's scared that it'll happen again. And that's why he's always asking for security. Jennifer Lopez. She had to get married this time. I hinted at this yesterday. She married Ben Affleck. Very small ceremony. Just her kids, her mom, her publicist. She's planning a much larger multi-day celebration. For a woman that beautiful and a body that awesome, why is she so insecure? There really isn't much excitement about this relationship. You know, you may look at some relationships and you just want to know what's going on with them. There isn't that with Ben Affleck. And a lot of people kept asking him, Ben, are you sure you want to do this? Look how she's acting. Are you sure you want to do this? She was afraid that he would change his mind or kind of like backpedal or slow things down. Nope. She wants to be married. It will be very interesting if this relationship lasts. Not wishing them bad luck at all. Monique, she's going to start filming later this year. Her comedy special for Netflix. Her movie with Lee Daniels, The Deliverance, is also going to be on Netflix. Eddie Murphy is doing a big project for Amazon Prime. Candy Cane Land, Reginald Hudlin, and the people that work with him on Boomerang are working with him on this. Lightyear is coming to Disney Plus. It didn't do well in the movies, but it's coming to Disney Plus on August 3rd. Quinta Brunson, Abbott Elementary. They say that they ain't worried about that little dumb lawsuit that woman has filed. She has a new role. She's going to be in the Weird Al Yankovic movie in the 80s. Weird Al was everything, doing parodies of people's songs. Daniel Radcliffe, the young man from Harry Potter, is going to be playing Weird Al, and Quinta Brunson is going to be playing Oprah Winfrey. I have a couple of other stories. Issa Rae, the Today Show, has made her the feature star for their digital content magazine, and she looks amazing. She has a new movie coming out on the 29th, Vengeance, with BJ Novak. He's one of the guys from The Office. It's about a journalist and a podcaster. They're trying to find out what happened to some woman that he met on one of those like hookup things. Big congrats, Jennifer Lewis. She got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. There were a couple of stories that made headlines. I'm from Philly, PA. There's a place, a popular kids attraction place where I would take my kids all the time, Sesame Place, and they came under fire because whoever was in that Rosita costume didn't want nothing to do with no black kids, and there were several videos. They've issued another apology, and they're making their staff go through sensitivity training. Whoever was in that Rosita costume, they should be fired. I don't know if they're going to get it. But nowadays, everything is filmed. Everything. So if you're around here, you hugging this kid, don't want to hug this kid, don't hide behind the pandemic. If you're not going to hug one, hug none. Just wave to everybody in the crowd. I know that costume is hot. I want to make sure that I went over everything. But being mean, I just think that if you are under the cloak of God, you ain't supposed to be mean and belittling people and making fun of people. You're not supposed to do that. That's not good, and that's not cool. Kim Burrell has issued an apology. She's a great singer. I hope she means what she says in her apology. In life, you're not always going to agree with somebody, their lifestyle, how they live, but there's no excuse to be mean. Being mean can be easy, very easy. Being nice can be a little hard because sometimes you got to think about it. Like, I'm so conscious now when I do emails. My boss would say, stop screaming at people through your emails, because it would be in capital letters and I would just let it go. So in life, sometimes you just got to take a little time. But if you go on someone's page, social media, they got comments, which is why I be getting on people by here. Don't bring that shit over here, because I ain't gonna have it. I'm not gonna have it. You're not gonna call me out my name or race. We're not gonna do that. We can agree to disagree, and we're gonna do it and be nice. But some people, it's so easy for them to be mean. Be nice. You're gonna go on somebody else's page. That's their life. That's what they want to do. Sometimes we got to worry about what's in our own backyard, because there's a bunch of leaves and stuff in your own backyard that you should take some time to clean up. It's not cute not knowing. I had a lot, didn't I? Hopefully tomorrow will be lighter and people won't be mean. Have a good one. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.